For me, art is a weapon that we can use to fight injustice, violence, darkness, dictatorship, and so on. Art could be a weapon to fight for real freedom in its true meaning and also for real peace. Art means to awake the human conscious, and also for me as an Afghan artist, art have the meaning to fight against the factors and consequences of disaster in Afghanistan. The disaster which created by national and international conspiracy.
Another work, again in this exhibition, the film A New Scenario, and that is shot during the month residency at Castello, is shot inside an air raid shelter in Turin after the first major bombing of the town. The work is an allegory of time, shows a character similar to Ghost, guided by a music score, slow and repetitive, that invite the figure to again also move with slow gesture, and is shot in an essential theatrical setting with props, simple props and contrastic light that transport the observer into a hypnotic dimension without resolution. So the protagonists of the video are allegorical figures. There are a Taliban, an American soldier, a businessman, mythological figures, actually three mythological figures wearing drapes. So the role of the character are reversed several times, like puppet of history. Now, what is history for you?
The history for me, as you see in the video, the three dramatic faces that are appearing at the beginning of this video. These are the ghosts which has traveled the distance between the world of legends to the world of reality, from the world of ancient to the world of contemporary art. So this soil is continued to live in different periods of the history, but with different phases. So the soil which needs, which wants, what do you say, violence, blood, and so on. So the history, for me, history is kind of repetition, because the nature of this soil didn't change yet. So it reminds me on 11th of September in 2016, when I attended to see the Oslo Nobel Peace Prize office, to visit that office. At the beginning of my walking through that office, I saw a huge bronze tiger with open mouth and greedy eyes, like he looks for an ant. So it made me asking myself why the statue of tiger is here, because apparently the tiger doesn't have any harmony with the situation. Then I searched about it, and then I found Oslo celebrated its 1000th anniversary in 2000. Then there was a company wanted to give a gift to Oslo. Oslo wanted and got it a bronze tiger. Why tiger? Because the nickname of Oslo was a tiger city before, and this contributed with the poem of Bjørnstjerne Bjørnson. The Bjørnstjerne Bjørnson is talking about fighting a horse with a tiger. The horse is the symbol of peace, and the tiger is the symbol of violence and attack. And then Bjørnstjerne Bjørnson also is talking about the history that there was people who had designed the fight, and also there was people who supported this fight, who did business out of this fight. They made some visibility on advertising, selling the ticket. Also there were the people, they were very interested, they were happy, they wanted to see this fight. So symbolically, this is completely talking about the political condition of Afghanistan and many other countries like Afghanistan. So this is also having a horse and tiger has been repeated in the history. When I did research about this project, I read a very interesting story. It's in China. In China, there was a painter, and the painter the style of painting of this painter was very complicated and abstract. Nobody knows what he is doing. So one day the painter wanted to paint a tiger. He painted the face of the tiger, and then suddenly somebody comes and asks the painter, horse for me. He just continued this painting. It means the head was the tiger and the body was from the horse. And then the person said, what is this? And he said, this is Mama Hu Hu. Ma means husk in Chinese language, and Hu means tiger. It means horse and tiger, tiger. Then the person didn't want to have this painting, didn't like it. The painter had wanted to take this painting in his house, in his living room. Then the elder son comes and asks, what is this, father? The father says it's a tiger. The younger son comes and asks, what is this, father? Then the painter said, this is a horse. Next day, his elder son, while he miskilled a very expensive horse while he was hunting. Then the painter had to pay lots of money for this horse, and after that he lost his younger son also because he wants to ride a tiger. So this misunderstanding of horse and tiger also is repeated in our history, particularly in Afghanistan. We killed a tiger, but it was a horse. We became very close to, then it was a tiger. So again, this is, all this repeating is coming out from this soil which the nature didn't change yet.
Thank you, Rahraw. Thank you so much. We have to go to the next small talk, so I will ask you one last question, which is about your presence here in Europe, because you left in 2021, in October, you left Kabul through Pakistan, and together with your family, you arrived as a political refugee in Italy. And you lived the importance and responsibility of the artist today, and the position in the global context. And through your artistic practice, you also offer a message of emotional and human impact. What is the responsibility for you, for the artist who emigrate for you, and also the responsibility of the one who remains, but for you that you have to leave, what you have to do, what do you feel that you need to do for your country?
the responsibility of an artist who's living in exile and who can fear as a forced migration is, first of all, to create an artwork to fight with the ongoing situation, as I told you before, the factors and the consequences of this disaster in Afghanistan, to fight for freedom. And also, they have two other responsibilities, because it's not enough to create an artwork. From the other side, we have to work to save the life of the artists at risk in Afghanistan, and also to have economical support for Afghan artists by ourselves. And also there is still some possibilities to work for training. Like there was Faculty of Finance, around 1,000 students in Kabul. Faculty of Finance in Herat also had about more than 1,000 students. There was two School of Arts, they had around 700, 800 students. What about these thousands young, talented students that they are not allowed to continue their education in the field of art anymore? So,
Thank you Omarzad. Tutte le attività che porta avanti al di fuori del suo paese ovviamente devono essere il più possibile sostenute da chi ha ascolto per questo, che è il modo attraverso cui far sopravvivere la cultura contemporanea afghana, che è la cultura del passato. Grazie ancora, thank you Rahraw.